Hey guys, and welcome to WWE 2K24 Universe mode. As if you're new to this series, go back and check out our 2K23 Universe mode. It kind of just started, only 13 episodes in there, and you can catch up to where we are as we're 1 week away from the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. If you are new though, here's a recap of Raw. Seth Rollins is our Raw champion. Solo is our Intercontinental champion. He picked up the win at Intercontinental Championship Tournament. Seth Rollins won a fatal 4-way for his title. The Creed brothers are the Raw Tag Team Champs, and Bianca Belair is our Raw Women's Champion. And we're going to get right into the action tonight before we look at the rest of the match card, and that is because we are going to have two women debuting for the first time. Tiffany Stratton, as she gets ready to come to the ring, she is making her debut in this Universe mode. We talked about, if you're following this series, a few episodes ago, we talked about how we were going to wait till 2K24 to get some more women involved because there's a lot more relevant women on that roster. And that is exactly what we're doing here tonight, as we are shaking it up with two new women who have not appeared on this universe so far. Tiffany Stratton versus Chelsea Green. And the winner of this will be in the women's Money in the Bank match. We're going to show in a second who's already qualified, but there's one more spot from Raw available. And really quickly, before we show that graphic, there will be 4 women from Raw, 4 women from SmackDown, same with the men as well. They'll all compete for the Money in the Bank ladder match. The winner can cash in versus the SmackDown or the Raw champion. As you see, we have Indy Hartwell, Asuka, Alba Fire, Dakota Kai, Michin, and Zoe Stark already qualified. So there's only 2 more spots. One of them is going to be figured out right now, and the other one will obviously be figured out on SmackDown. Same thing with the men. We got 6 men qualified, and we're going to find out one tonight and the other one on SmackDown, as we'll get into. We'll show the card and everything after this match. But right now it's Chelsea Green versus Tiffany Stratton to kick off Raw. As you see, Chelsea Green is on the early attack in this one as she taunts the crowd. As one thing about this Universe mode is there's always taunts, usually at bad times, and there is always drops on the rope. So we'll see if 2K24 has any kind of different quirks in this one. But the very first match to get this Universe mode started is a good one, or it should be a good one at least, as Money in the Bank qualification is on the line. And yeah, we decided it would have been too much to do a Raw Money in the Bank and a SmackDown Money in the Bank, even though we're very brand split here. So we decided to 4 from Raw, 4 from SmackDown, and you can cash in on either one. It doesn't matter what brand you're on. It's the Money in the Bank right, and a quick cover from Chelsea Green, 1, and a kick out from Tiffany Stratton. Seems a little slow at the count, the referee. Keep an eye on that maybe. But we know we've had some problems with refs in the past, so we will see. By the way, if you're returning to the franchise, I do apologize about my voice. Picked up a little bit of a sickness, but hopefully that'll pass after this first episode. Had to get this episode out as quick as I can, with the release of 2K24 and all. I'm all too excited. As Chelsea Green with a nice stunner on the ropes, and Tiffany Stratton goes outside the ring. So early on, it's kind of all Chelsea Green in this one, as Stratton makes her way back in the ring, and Chelsea Green continuing on the attack. German suplex from Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green looks good so far. I was expecting Tiffany Stratton to maybe look a little bit better, but Chelsea Green has been all over the attack so far. Chelsea Green wants Tiffany Stratton to get up. What has she got planned? And suicide dive on the outside to a crossbody. Wow, Chelsea Green has looked really good in this one early on. As Green gets Stratton back in the ring. And she's going up top now. Let's see what she's got in store. Elbow drop to the back of Tiffany Stratton. And she's going for the cover. And Stratton's taking a lot of damage so far. Very slow at the count. And Stratton's going to kick out before there's even a count. Wow, the referee is slow. I thought the female referee in the last game was bad, but this guy might even be worse. We do have some beef, and finally Tiffany Stratton getting some offense, and we do have some beef with referees in this one. Fireman's carry, and a nice move over there. There's some beef with the referees in this one. There was a female referee in the last game. Totally missed Santos Escobar's hand on the ropes. Counted anyway. She's also very slow with the counts randomly. So we'll see. Oh, wait a minute. Tiffany Stratton. It is a corkscrew. Stratton. The Stratton corkscrew. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Tiffany Stratton. She didn't do much. It wasn't that impressive. But she picks up the win. Tiffany Stratton is going to the Money in the Bank. She's the final woman from Raw in the Money in the Bank match. And what a debut from Tiffany Stratton. All right, let's see the other matches from around Raw. We have another debut. 2 teams debuting. The OC, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. They actually take a loss to the Alpha Academy. Both teams debuting. They have not been in this Universe mode. Julius Creed picks up a one-on-one win against JD McDonough. The Creed brothers will take on Dom Mysterio and JD McDonough for the Raw Tag Team titles at Money in the Bank. Alba Fire beats Zoe Stark. Another impressive win from Alba Fire. She keeps winning. These two will meet in the women's Money in the Bank match. So Alba Fire gets a nice little momentum, even though she'll have to climb a ladder to win. Our other 2 matches for tonight, Damian Priest versus Austin Theory. The winner will be the last man from Raw in the Money in the Bank ladder matches. Right now we got McIntyre, LA Knight, Carmelo Hayes, Karrion Kross, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens. So Damian Priest or Austin Theory will join them, and then one more will join them from SmackDown in the next episode. In tonight's main event, we have the Intercontinental Champion Solo and Roman Reigns taking on Seth Rollins, and the Raw Champion Seth Rollins and the number 1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship, Santos Escobar. We'll go over all that, everything you may have missed in that main event. We'll talk about how everyone got there, how Santos Escobar became the number 1 contender. We'll talk about that all in a second. But right now, we'll focus on Damian Priest versus Austin Theory, as there's one more spot from Raw up for grabs. You just saw the graphic there. The other 3 guys from Raw, though, are Drew McIntyre, Karrion Kross, and Sami Zayn. So those guys are from Raw. And then obviously from SmackDown is LA Knight, Carmelo Hayes, and Kevin Owens. So stay tuned for that one. On SmackDown, we will find out the final participant. So we're almost all done. This is the last episode of Raw before Money in the Bank. So we started 2K24 in the perfect time. So I needed it to be like a Raw episode so I can get it out like this. If it was Money in the Bank, it would have took me all week to get it out. It just wouldn't have happened. So anyway, Damian Priest starts the match on the upper hand with a nice clothesline to Austin Theory. Austin Theory has had a pretty impressive run so far. He won the first 2 matches of his Intercontinental Championship tournament. He made the final to take on Solo for the Intercontinental Championship at Night of Champions, which is our first and only PLE so far. And then he lost in the final to Solo, which was a pretty good match. It was a quick match, but both him and Solo hit their finishing moves. But Solo kicked out, and Austin Theory, he kicked out of the Samoan Spike, but he could not kick out of a Samoan Splash. So that's how Solo became your Intercontinental Champion, as Austin Theory drops Damian Priest on the apron outside. This match goes outside the ring now. I think it's a requirement for a match to go outside the ring. At least that's what it feels like. Every match goes outside the ring for at least a couple minutes. As it's all Austin Theory on the outside. Nice chop to Damian Priest and a rake of the eyes. Then he'll throw him on the other side. Count of 3 now on the outside. As it's all Austin Theory early on. He has looked impressive. In the Intercontinental Championship tournament, he beat Tyler Bate, and he beat Karrion Kross. So he beat some 2 good guys, and he's flying on the outside to Damian Priest and pounding him on the ground. It's all Austin Theory early on. But that won't necessarily mean anything. We saw last match, it was all Chelsea Green. And then Tiffany Stratton just got hot, hit her finishing move, and that's all it took. So we'll see if that happens here, or if Damian Priest can just come back and win this one on his own. But it is really all Austin Theory, slamming his head on the mat on the outside. Whipped to a 3 count on the outside because Austin Theory went back in and restarted the count. But Damian Priest finally countering and getting on the upper hand. Now Damian Priest in control, and he throws Austin Theory by the outside steps. Damian Priest will go inside, maybe try to get a breather, taunt to the crowd a little bit, gain some momentum. And a clothesline to Austin Theory. Kicks him while he's down as well. And Austin Theory will go out, but Damian Priest high flying on the outside. Austin Theory went out of the ring real quick to catch his breath, and Damian Priest wasn't having it. Nice high flying move as now Damian Priest in control. And now he's kicking Austin Theory while he's down. And Damian Priest, big move coming here on the outside. Austin Theory is knocked out, it looks like, as Damian Priest needs to get him back in the ring, and he'll do just that. Let's see if he can land a South of Heaven. Oh no, he's going to the top rope. Interesting. And it's an elbow drop to the back of Austin Theory. Austin Theory took a beating on the outside. Let's see if he can kick out. 1, 2, 3. Wow, it's over. Damian Priest picks up the win, and he is going to be in the Money in the Bank match. An impressive win from Damian Priest. He's the last member from Raw in the Money in the Bank. We're almost settled for our Money in the Bank matches for Raw and women. Just one more spot left. But before then, we're going on to our main event. Roman Reigns teaming up with Solo. They are the Bloodline. Again, if you're new to this universe mode, this isn't like the Bloodline like in real life. You know, there's no Paul Heyman. There's no Rock, obviously. There's no Jimmy Uso or whoever. It's just, on Raw, it's only Roman Reigns and Solo, and they help each other out, yes. But it's not like it is in real life, so don't worry about that. I'm not going to be having that. It's just Roman Reigns trying to fight on his own, but he has an ally in Solo. Nothing more. Solo, the Intercontinental Champion. We talked about that. He beat Austin Theory for the Intercontinental Championship at Night of Champions. Well, how he got to Night of Champions, he beat Santos Escobar in the semifinal. But Santos Escobar clearly, clear as day, had his full hand all the way around the ropes. All the way around, and the referee still counted to 3, and that's how Santos Escobar got screwed out of that match. Not saying he would have won it, but he clearly shouldn't have lost it then. So maybe that actually wasn't the worst thing in the world for Santos Escobar, because, you know, he ended up getting screwed that match, yes, but pretty much guaranteed him a spot. He beat Austin Theory one-on-one a couple weeks ago on Raw, so that guaranteed him a spot to verse Solo for the Intercontinental Championship. So he got his Intercontinental Championship match in the end. It's all good. And it's against Solo, so it's a chance for revenge against the guy he got screwed over against. And a quick cover from Solo, but quick kick out. He was obviously going to kick out, but Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins crashed the center anyway. And a nice slam. And another cover he's going for. Referee cannot even get a countdown. That's how slow he is. So we got to keep an eye on that. Very slow referees, it seems like, in 2K24, even worse than the last game. I just don't understand how they're that slow, but we'll definitely keep an eye on that. As Santos now has Solo in the corner, he's going to work on the leg. This matchup should be an interesting one. Solo with his first title defense against Santos Escobar. Solo looking pretty dominant so far. He actually picked up a win against the Raw champ Seth Rollins last week. Pinned him in the middle of the ring. I mean, did he have help from Roman Reigns? He sure did. He got lucky to win that one as Seth Rollins hit a curb stomp and Roman Reigns distracted the referee, which would have definitely ended the match, but Roman Reigns had to screw over Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins actually even hit the Samoan spike on Solo. Stole his finishing move. Seth Rollins definitely should have won that match. Solo had help from Roman Reigns, but either way, Solo pinned the champion, and that is going to count for something. It's a nice drop to Santos on the outside. Still Santos versus Solo in the middle of the ring. Back and forth pretty much between them. Irish whip to the ropes. Let's see if this pays out. And a nice backbreaker. Nope. Into a leg drop. Nice move from Santos Escobar. And another leg drop from Santos Escobar. It looks like he'll finally make a tag to the Raw champ Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins in the middle of the ring with Solo last week, the man who pinned him. So looking to get a little bit of revenge. And a nice clothesline from Solo. And Rollins with a nice sling blade. Solo's looking for the tag. Rollins not letting that happen. Solo with a nice counter. And has him on top. Looking for a Samoan drop. He gets a Samoan drop to Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins right back up, though. And into a crossface. He might have been watching a lot of SmackDown. Inside joke in this universe mode, the crossface is key. A lot of guys use the crossface early and often to try to tire their opponent. So it's an odd dynamic, but it happens a lot in this one. Very strange. Neckbreaker from Roman Reigns goes to a quick cover, but the referee's not even going to get a count before Santos breaks that up. And again, referee just slow, looking for a spot. He's just like looking for a place to count. I don't know what's going on, but not loving the referee AI in this one's pretty dumb. But I'm trying not to complain about it too much. It is what it is. First night of the game too. Maybe they'll fix it. Who knows? They probably won't, but who knows? Solo going for a clothesline. Seth Rollins going for a drop kick. They both missed. And it's Seth Rollins finally landing something. He just goes for a quick cover. Roman Reigns isn't even going to bother. Oh, he'll think about it again. Kick out at 1. Roman Reigns didn't need to be there. But nonetheless, he was there for Solo. Seth Rollins now with a nice suplex into a pin. No, we won't go to the pin. As Solo counters again. Back and forth between these two. Kick to the gut and a nice uppercut from Solo. As it looks like he'll finally make a tag into Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins in the middle of the ring. These two will square off for the Raw Championship at Money in the Bank. Our main event will just be the Money in the Bank ladder match, guaranteeing no one could cash in at Money in the Bank. We, want that to be the main part of the show. And a cover from Roman Reigns. Count 1, 2. Oh, kick out from Seth Rollins. Already a 2 count though. Roman Reigns is looking good, but he's going to tag in Solo. Roman Reigns conserving his energy. Smart. Smart. Do a little bit of work, beat up on Seth Rollins, then let Solo take over. Nice headbutt. And Seth Rollins is going to roll to the outside. Is Solo's going to go up the top? No, he's going to think better of it. Hey, tune in next episode of SmackDown. DIY, your SmackDown Tag Team Championships, will be defending their tag titles against LA Knight and Carmelo Hayes, one of the newly formed alliances in this universe mode. So that should be a good one. Oh, and wait a minute. Samoan Spike, as soon as we get back, cover right in front of Roman Reigns, one, but a kick out. Santos Escobar got in that ring quick and kicked it out. He sensed Seth Rollins was in a lot of trouble, and he helped out Seth right there. Solo going to the top rope and plants Seth Rollins down. And he's going for the cover. He just took a Samoan Spike. He might be in trouble. 1, 2, and a kick out from Seth Rollins. Really quickly before we get on with this match, I just wanted to continue what I was saying about the SmackDown Tag Team titles. LA Knight and Carmelo Hayes, they've formed a bit of a friendship over the weeks of Universe Mode so far. And they're both qualified for the Money in the Bank. They both have impressive wins. DIY won't be defending their tag team titles at Money in the Bank, so they're going to have, but that doesn't mean they're free to not defend them, so they're going to defend them on SmackDown next episode. Santos Escobar came in hot with some momentum against Roman Reigns, but Roman Reigns looking to get right back on the attack. And a nice boot right to the face of Santos Escobar. Santos Escobar had the momentum. Oh, wait a minute. Looking for a German suplex. The cover. 1, 2. No. Kick out at 1. Kick out at 1 3/4. That was a close 2. As going outside the ring goes Solo. And Santos going to work on him. He's not the legal man. No. He finally meets up with Roman Reigns on the outside. Kick to the midsection. And just pounding. Santos Escobar is Roman Reigns. You can't let Roman Reigns get momentum. You might not ever get it back. And a guillotine on the outside. Obviously, this is not good for a submission, but it is good to tire him out. And look how long Santos Escobar stayed in that guillotine. He's in there for a while. He bridges out of it. But he's tired. And Roman Reigns probably has that spear cooked up any time now. Back in the ring we go. And it's Santos Escobar with a nice move. He's actually held his own against Roman Reigns. He's looked kind of impressive. Might have a chance against Solo at Money in the Bank. He almost had him in the tournament, but again, obviously getting screwed over. Counter from Roman Reigns. And hit right back to the back. And Roman Reigns with a spear! Spear out of nowhere. That might do it, but look at Santos Escobar. Oh, wait a minute. He's not bringing it up. I'll kick out. Oh, my God. That was a lot to follow. Santos Escobar rushed in the ring immediately and then didn't break it up. And Seth Rollins just kicked out. What on earth just happened? Elbow drop from the top from Roman Reigns, going for the cover. Santos, why is he not in the ring? 2, 3, it's over. Santos Escobar with some questionable decision making at the end, but it's Solo and Roman Reigns who have the momentum. Will the Bloodline carry home both belts, both top belts of Raw after Money in the Bank? Find out next. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. I'll see you on SmackDown.